Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Naveed Hussein. I am a divorce attorney in Chicago. And today I have a request from our scholars and our ulama to help us divorce attorneys, Muslim divorce attorneys, and Muslims who are going through divorce, because we are really struggling right now. And I don't think we have enough guidance from our scholars and our ulama on how to deal with what we're dealing with in divorce court. We have some fatwa that are issued here in Chicago, for example, that alimony is haram, but that's really the extent of it, and that even those fatwa don't take into consideration necessarily any input from a Muslim lawyer, and don't really look at the entire context. So okay, fine, maybe we've addressed the issue of alimony, but there's so many other issues that I feel that have not been answered or have not been made available to the public. For example, when it comes to child support, right? In many states, they take into consideration the wife's income to determine child support. So is that allowed? Are we not supposed to take into consideration the wife's income when the man is the one who is supposed to be responsible to pay for his children? When you have issues of alimony, of course, there's different theories, I guess, that the American court systems use when it comes to valuating or putting value on a homemaker's valuation or contribution to the marriage. This concept of marital property, for example. Do we have this concept of once you are married, your assets belong to both of you? I don't think so. I don't think that's part of our tradition, but that has not been made clear to the vast Muslim population. What if wife and husband's name is on the property, but only husband contributed to the mortgage and to the down payment of that house? Does wife have a stake? Does she have a 50-50 stake? Is it based on her contribution? How about children, right? Children, from an Islamic perspective, there may be certain presumptions of custody while the children are young, and then when the children are older, that presumption might shift. But how do we navigate that? What does it really mean to apply those presumptions in this Western context? And I think another very important area that we don't have too much guidance on is what impact does a civil divorce have on an Islamic divorce? Right? If a judge dissolves a marriage, is that allowed? What if it was the woman who petitioned the court? What if it's the man who petitioned the court? What if the man doesn't agree to the divorce? What if there's no fault being decided on behalf of either party when there's a divorce? So there's a lot of these issues that many Muslims, myself as a divorce attorney, are going through. Marital property, alimony, child support, child custody, and just that interaction with the court system. We're feeling, I think, alone and feeling like there is no guidance, and everybody's using Islam as a weapon against each other when it fits them best. But I really would like to see, and I hope and I pray, and I would love to be a part of any movement or any institution that is trying to close this gap between what Islam has to say, what does Islam say, and how that's applied here in the Western court systems, in American court systems or the UK court systems, and what we can do about it, right? Obviously, I have a few suggestions: making prenups, widely accepted, having the ulama and the scholars before they do a nikah to actually mandate or to really push prenuptial agreements, premarital education, establishing our own arbitration centers, our own mediation centers, and try to resolve these issues on our own. But the vast majority of the Muslims are just going through the regular court system, and there's these crazy resolutions that come out, right? Everything being divided, alimony, child support being calculated, men not being able to see their kids, women not being able to see their kids. So there's a lot of problems, and I think when it comes to this specific area, when we talk about the importance of family, right? We talk about rights and responsibilities of husbands and wives, but I think that we have to think of family law a little bit more holistically. We have to think of marriage more holistically, because the impact of divorce on children, on the community, and this is going to rise and will continue to rise. There's this big gap, and I think that Islam has the answers. Islam can help stabilize a society, help stabilize a family, but without the proper guidance, without the proper academic rigor and research that is required to close this gap, I think that we need to work harder. And I'm talking to myself as well, of course, with the help of other ulama and scholars. Alhamdulillah, we have NIKAH Masterclass, where we're trying to teach these concepts, teach these the laws of Islam, but also America, and how we can combine the two. So I hope and I pray, inshallah, that efforts like the Nikah Masterclass are supported, and that other institutions do work in this area. So Jazakumullahu khairan. If there's any cooperation or joint venture that we can proceed on, or any other type of think tank that you think would be helpful in this regard, let me know, inshallah. Until next time, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.